Hi, good morning. This is sirishavarma from brandingbypixels, and I welcome you to my channel Digital Marketing for Business Owners. Today is Tuesday, and Tuesday I generally talk about a digital marketing topic in this channel. So today I'm talking about this specific topic which came as a question from one of my prospects. And I felt this was a very appropriate topic for today's session in digital marketing because many people talk about the specific topic though they don't know the fundamentals of this topic. This topic is influencer marketing. And influencer marketing has been making the rounds in digital marketing for a long time. But many people don't understand how influencer marketing works, which businesses influencer marketing is appropriate for, and what are the different things that you need to remember before you work with an influencer or before you hire an agency to start influencer marketing for your brand. So I thought this was the most appropriate topic to discuss today in my channel, Digital Marketing for Business Owners. So let us get into it. If you specifically look at influencer marketing is not a new concept. Previously, influencer marketing, while we were growing up, was known as celebrity endorsement. So while we were growing up, Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika Padukone is still relevant, right? So all these big superstars used to come and then they used to endorse a soap or probably a bed sheet, home furnishing, etc. And then because of their charm, because of the fans that they have accumulated because of their career, we used to buy these specific products. And of course, we all knew that these specific products might not be actually what they were promising us for. So probably Shah Rukh Khan says, if you use Lux soap, then you become, smoother. You will have a better skin or a smoother skin just like him, or you will glow like him. But we all knew that even though if we used Lux, we would not become smoother or we wouldn't glow like him. But still, this specific concept was called as celebrity endorsement. And celebrity endorsement was just not used by Hollywood stars or Bollywood stars, but also persons used to come and advertise. They still do. They talk about energy drinks, they talk about insurance products. So nowadays they're talking about all products. So celebrity endorsement is the concept that in the digital world has now metamorphed into influencer marketing. Now, if we look at influencer marketing has a lot of depth into it. And then let us start with some statistics and some examples. So, influencer marketing currently is expected to grow to $13.8 billion in 2021. So, as you know, due to pandemic and also due to the 20th century, because of this explosion of digital technologies out there are lot many people who are consuming content on the digital space right now. So because of this, there are a lot of creators who have come up in all the social media platforms and who have a lot of genuine followers. So rather than this concept of celebrity endorsement wherein you didn't know the celebrity, you would have seen him on the screen or probably in a game, but apart from that, you don't know them as real people. You don't know whether they use the products in their real life or not, and what their choices are. But influencer marketing is entirely a different gamut, right? So these are real people. They talk about their own life on the screen, out of the screen, and you feel like you know them very well. And that is why when they talk about a specific product, that instant credibility happens. And this influencer marketing industry is expected to grow at $13.8 billion in 2021. Now, if we look at the brands that are using influencer marketing, 67% of the brands on Instagram are using influencer marketing, and they are using Instagram as their choice of platform for influencer marketing. So 67% of the brands that are out there on Instagram are using influencer marketing. And 62% of brands have announced that they would increase their budgets for influencer marketing. So specifically, you could also say that the pandemic has propelled this growth for influencer marketing. So previously, when influencer marketing actually started, there was not much traction because brands still wanted to go ahead with the traditional media like TV advertisements, hoardings, newspaper advertisements, etc. to gain traction. They did not understand the importance of influencer marketing. But because of pandemic, most of the countries have seen lockdown. Even in India, we have seen lockdown for more than 3 months. And because of this, there has been an explosion of consumption of content, not just on social media platforms, but also on OTT platforms. By the way, I have created a video on OTT platforms in India, and I have talked about the different statistics, the different players, and content guidelines. I'll put it up in the description up here. You could also check out that video. So coming back to influencer marketing, because of this pandemic and lockdown that has happened, YouTube has seen an explosion of content creators. So many new people have come onto YouTube. They started their own recipe channels. They started their own content channels. And of course, other social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook have seen an explosion of people coming onto their platform and consuming content. And one of those is the OTT platforms, which have been showcasing different movies and sports, etc. So because of this, the brands now understand that there are a lot of people who are putting up their time on the social media platforms, on the online platforms rather than on offline media. And that is why 62% of brands have said that they would increase their budgets for influencer marketing. Now, if we specifically look at what is the impact of influencer marketing, I would like to give you one of the examples of Pewdiepie. So Pewdiepie, Pewdiepie, is a YouTuber who is into gaming. He streams his gaming that he plays live to his subscribers. And what happened was, way back, PewDiePie was hired by one of the companies which was creating a horror movie. And PewDiePie was made to take a lot of challenges. He completed a lot of challenges as part of the horror movie series trailer, and then he released those to his subscribers. Previously, he had 27 million subscribers. And because of his content, because of the reach of his subscribers, what happened was the trailer for the horror movie was viewed more than 3 times, which was a huge impact back then. So back then he had 27 million subscribers, but now if you go to his channel, he has 110 million subscribers. So with 27 million subscribers, if the trailer of the movie that he worked with was able to get 3 times more views with 110 million subscribers, you can just understand the reach that any brand would get. So that is the power of influencer marketing. Now, if you specifically look at businesses have reported that they are making an ROI of $5.78 for every dollar that they are spending on influencer marketing. So what that means is, if you hire an influencer and you pay him $1 to promote your brand, product, or services, then the business is making $5.78. That is 478% ROI on each dollar that they are spending. So that is the kind of impact that influencer marketing has. Now, many brands think about using influencers to promote their brand. Specifically, if you are in the e-commerce industry, then influencer marketing is something that you're seriously looking at. But there are top 5 things that you need to remember before you hire somebody as an influencer to market your products or services. There are many people who talk about influencer marketing, but they don't talk about the inherent points as a brand that you need to remember before you hire an influencer. So here you go. Number 1 is, you are first marketing your product or service to the influencer before you market to their subscribers. What does that mean? So just because you have the money and you have the products, you cannot go ahead and just work with any influencer out there. You must understand that these influencers are human at the end of the day. They have built a brand for themselves, though they may not actually have a lot of capital to create a brand, but they were able to create a brand. They are able to create realistic followers who will be willing to buy products if they talk about those products. Now, these are also people who are genuine, who are humble, who know and understand the importance of time. And because of their patience and because of this hard work, they have been able to consistently create content and increase their following on social media platforms. If you are a brand who is on social media platform, you know creating a followership on social media platforms nowadays is not that easy. So these people, the influencers that you are going to work with, are real people who understand how the platform works and who have been able to build a lot of clout in that platform. So don't talk to them as you would talk to any agency. Please do talk to them as you would talk to a normal person. Try to understand where they are coming from. Try to understand what their vision, mission, and goals are. Try to understand what is it that they stand for. Because at the end of the day, it should also align with what your brand is going to stand for. If there is a mismatch, then the influencer will not be able to get you the best ROI that they can. So before you market your product or service to them, to their subscribers, you need to market it to the influencer. So first of all, shortlist the number of influencers or the name of the influencers that you want to work with for your brand, product, or service promotion. And then once you do, you start following those influencers. Look at what sort of content they are creating. And once you know what sort of content they are creating, then go ahead and start liking them, commenting on their posts, because that will create an instant credibility and a relationship between you and the influencer. The influencer will also go ahead and look at your brand profile before they can start working with you. So first, market yourself to the influencer before you market to their subscribers. Number two, understand if they are right for your brand. Just because an influencer has 1 million subscribers or 10 million followers doesn't mean that person is right to market your products or services. Sometimes what happens is the number of followers that they have may be entirely different from the kind of products that you are selling out there. So what does that mean? For example, let us say you are a very classy product, but you are trying to work with an influencer who is into hip hop. Maybe their audiences is not the right audience for you. They may never buy from you. So in that case, even though the hip hop influencer might have 10 million followers on social media platforms, he is not the right person to work with you. So try to understand what is the brand persona for you. What is the customer persona, and which influencer has those two overlapping with your brand so you can work with them. So second thing is understand if that influencer is right for your brand. Third point that you need to remember is how engaged are their audiences. Just because an influencer has 1 million subscribers or 10 million followers doesn't mean they have a good engaged audience. So what does that mean? For example, let us say when you follow these influencers, when you look at the content, probably they have 1 million subscribers or 1 million followers. But when they're posting new content, just look at how many people are reacting to the content, how many people are liking the content, how many people are engaging or talking or commenting on the content. That will give you an engagement rate. So when you calculate your engagement rate, you will be able to understand how many followers are there for that influencer and how much of engagement he's getting on his posts. If the engagement is very, very less, then you should not be working with that influencer. Because previously what used to happen was when these platforms like Instagram was born way back in 2008, there were not many content creators. So because of this, whenever somebody used to create some content, people used to just follow them, subscribe to them. But now post all of this and post having built such a big platform, Instagram currently has 1 billion plus users. Everybody is trying to create a piece of content. So now many people who might be active and who might have become followers back then may not be active on the platform anymore. So that is the reason their engagement rates might be very less. So look at this statistic before you hire that influencer for your influencer marketing. Point number 4 is the influencer willing to work with you to understand what works best with their audience? So sometimes what happens is Instagram has actually 5 surfaces. You have Instagram newsfeed, you have story, you have IGTV, you have live, and you have stories, of course. So on these 5 surfaces, content works differently. And sometimes even the influencer doesn't know which piece of content gets the maximum traction for his audience. So sometimes he might invest a lot of time and energy building a piece of content which does not get any engagement. But other times, he just randomly puts something and he gets a lot of engagement. So the influencer also needs to understand that as a brand, there might be multiple facets to the products or services that you are working with. And he also should be willing to work with different formats of content to see what works best for the brand. And if the influencer is very rigid, he is not willing to work with you in that kind of space, then he is not the right influencer for you. You have to get somebody else. So make sure the influencer is also open to working with different formats of content so that he can get the best ROI for the brand. Point number 5 is, what is the goal of your influencer marketing campaign? So this is a homework for you as a brand owner. What are you trying to achieve with influencer marketing? Your goal should not be that everybody else in my industry is doing it, so I want to do it for my brand. Your goal should be specific. So it could be brand awareness or it could be sales. So if you look specifically at brand awareness, if you think brand awareness is the goal that you're working for, then the influencer that you're trying to work with should have a large followership. So you have to look at people who have 1 million followers or 10 million followers. But if your goal is sales conversion, then you have to work with an influencer who has a higher engagement rate. The reason being, probably not all his followers will buy from you. But if he has a higher engagement rate, that means most of the people are following the post that he's putting up. And because he is going to put up a post regarding your brand, product or service, that means many people will watch it and at least a few among those will definitely buy it. So depending on the campaign of your influencer marketing, you need to target which sort of influencer you need to work with. So I hope this has been an interesting topic for you today. This is Sirishavarma, founder chief strategist at Branding by Pixels, a business strategy design and digital marketing company coming live to you from India. I record videos 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Tuesday I talk about a digital marketing topic. Thursday, I talk about a business case study, and Saturday, I do a business book review. If you like the content that I'm creating, please do subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. It really makes my day. And please do share the content with your network or with your friends so I can reach out to many more people and help them with new topics in digital marketing and specifically related to business owners. I hope you like the content that I have created. I'll see you again on Thursday with a business case study. Until then, see you. Bye-bye. Take care.